Good morning, French students. Here is your lesson 25, parts A and B teaching video. We'll be covering pages 360 to 369 in your textbook. S'il vous plaît, ouvrez vos livres à la page 360. Unité 8, les repas. Leçon 25, le français pratique, les repas et la nourriture. Leçon 26, à la cantine. Leçon 27, un client difficile. Leçon 28, pique-nique. Thème et objectif, food and meals. Eating well is not only essential for our health, it should be an enjoyable experience as well. In this unit, you will learn to talk about your favorite foods, to describe the different meals of the day, to prepare a shopping list and do the grocery shopping, to order a meal in a restaurant, to set the table. You will also be able to ask people to do things for you. So these are the things that you will see in this unit. Right, leçon 25. Les repas et la nourriture. Accent sur les repas français. So accent on French meals. For the French, a meal is more than just food served on a plate. It is a happy social occasion where people gather around a table to enjoy one another's company. Dinner is the most important family time of the day. Parents and children sit down together and talk about the day's events and topics of common interest. Special events are celebrated by more elaborate meals. In traditional homes, children do not go to the refrigerator to fix their own sandwiches, nor do they help themselves to snacks. They are expected to sit down at the table with everyone else at mealtime, eat what is served, join in the conversation, and not ask to be excused until the adults are finished. So, again, I don't know how much this compares to your meal experiences in your home, but this is just describing what would happen in a traditional French home for meals. Le petit déjeuner, breakfast. Le petit déjeuner français traditionnel est un repas simple. Tartine de pain avec du beurre et de la confiture et un grand bol de café au lait ou de chocolat chaud. Dans les familles modernes, les enfants mangent à l'américaine. Ils prennent des céréales et du jus d'orange. So, the traditional French breakfast is a simple meal. Slices of bread with butter and jam, and a large bowl or cup of coffee with milk or hot chocolate. In modern families, the children eat American style. They have cereal and orange juice. Le déjeuner, lunch. Le déjeuner est généralement servi entre midi et demi et 1h30. Il se compose de hors d'œuvres divers, saucissons, radis, salade de concombre, etc. D'un plat principal, viande ou poisson avec des légumes, d'une salade verte, d'un fromage et d'un dessert. Gâteau, fruits ou glace. Le café est toujours servi à la fin du repas. So, lunch is generally served between 12:30 and 1:30. It is composed of diverse hors d'oeuvres or appetizers, salami, radishes, cucumber salad, etc., a made plate, meat or fish with vegetables, a green salad, some cheese, and a dessert. Cake, fruit or ice cream. Coffee is always served at the end of the meal. Le goûter, afternoon snack. Après les cours, beaucoup de gens vont à la pâtisserie. Là, ils achètent un pain au chocolat, un croissant ou un éclair. So, after classes, a lot of young people go to the pastry shop. There they buy chocolate croissant, a croissant, or an éclair. Le dîner, dinner. Le dîner est le repas familial principal. Il est servi entre 8h et 9h avec tout le monde présent. C'est un repas simple qui se compose d'une soupe, d'un plat principal, viande ou poisson, omelette ou pâté, d'une salade et d'un dessert léger, yogurt ou fruits. So, dinner is the main family meal. It is served between 8 and 9 o'clock with everybody present. It's a simple meal that is composed of some soup, a main dish, meat or fish, omelette or pasta, a salad, and a light dessert, yogurt or fruit. So, typically in France, the largest meal of the day oftentimes is lunch. Alright, so some vocabulary. Les repas et la table. So this is about meals and the table. How to talk about meals. We have en général, à quelle heure est-ce que tu prends le petit déjeuner? Je prends le petit déjeuner à 7h30. Où est-ce que tu vas déjeuner aujourd'hui? Je vais déjeuner à la cantine de l'école. So in general, at what time do you have breakfast? I have breakfast at 7:30. Where are you going to have lunch today? I'm going to have lunch in the school cafeteria. S'il vous plaît, répétez. Prendre le petit déjeuner. Prendre le petit déjeuner. Prendre le petit déjeuner. 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 La cantine de l'école. La cantine de l'école. So, les repas et la nourriture, noms, so nouns. Un repas, le petit déjeuner, le déjeuner, le dîner, la nourriture, la cuisine. S'il vous plaît, répétez un repas, le petit déjeuner, le petit déjeuner, le déjeuner, le déjeuner, le dîner, le dîner, la nourriture, la nourriture, la cuisine, la cuisine. And then we have some verb. S'il vous plaît, répétez prendre le petit déjeuner. Prendre le petit déjeuner. 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 Dîner. Dîner. So, prendre is not a regular ER or RE verb. So at this point, you're going to only use in its infinitive. Okay. But déjeuner and Dîner are regular ER verbs. So déjeuner, which means to have lunch. Again, it's a regular ER verb. So again, here's my stem. And then to that stem I add. So it's je déjeune. And to get an E. Tu déjeune. And to get an ES. Il, elle, on déjeune. And to get an E. Nous déjeunons. Vous déjeunez. And il or elle pluriel déjeune. Remember the boot ones sound the same. And then because you've learned the passé composé already, right, this would be an avoir verb, so it would use avoir plus the past participle would be déjeuner with the accented E. Again, we also have dîner, which you actually have previously learned, right, to have dinner, way back in French 1A. So again, we have our stem, and then to our stem we add. So we have je dîne, tu dînes, il, elle, on dîne, nous dînons, vous dînez, and il and elle pluriel dîne. And then again, you've learned the passé composé. So for the passé composé, again, this is a verb that uses avoir. And then your past participle would be dîner. So, practicing this vocabulary one last time. S'il vous plaît, répétez un repas, le petit déjeuner, le déjeuner, le dîner, la nourriture, la cuisine, prendre le petit déjeuner, déjeuner, dîner. And then underneath there we see the tu peux mettre la table. D'accord, je vais mettre la table. So can you set the table? Okay, I'm going to set the table. And we see our table settings here. So un verre is a glass. Une tasse is a cup. Une serviette is a napkin. Un couteau is a knife. Une cuillère is a spoon. Une fourchette is a fork. And une assiette is a plate. And this is what a traditional French table setting would look like. So in a traditional French table setting, you would put the spoon above the plate. S'il vous plaît, répétez un verre, une tasse, une serviette, un couteau, une cuillère, une assiette, une fourchette. And this vocabulary should look familiar because it's on your vocabulary list right now. So you should have already been working on the meaning and spelling of this vocabulary. Part B, vocabulaire, la nourriture et les boissons, so specifically food and drinks. How to express food preferences. Est-ce que tu aimes les poissons? Oui, j'aime le poisson, mais je préfère la viande. Quelle viande est-ce que tu aimes? J'aime le roast beef et le poulet. So, do you like fish? Yes, I like fish, but I prefer meat. Which meat do you like? I like roast beef and chicken. So, again, here are some verbs. And remember, these, along with the verb adore, because these are making general statements, with these verbs, always use the definite articles. Those are the articles that mean the, and so those are the le, la, les, l'apostrophe. And if you look back at those sentences, notice that's what they used here, right? Tu aimes le poisson, okay? J'aime le poisson, mais je préfère la viande. Quelle viande est-ce que tu aimes? J'aime le roast beef et le poulet. So notice they used those definite articles in all of these. So again, these are all regular ER verbs. So again, for all of these, you're going to take your stem and add your endings. Okay, now you do need to remember about préférer. Remember, préférer is a spelling change verb, so the accent marks change. So let's look at détester as an example, and then we'll look at préférer. So for détester, right, here's my stem, and then I'm going to add to that. So it's je déteste with an E, to déteste with an ES, il or L or ode, déteste with an E, nous détestons with an ONS, vous détestez with an EZ, and il or L pluriel déteste with an ENT. And again, all of these verbs are verbs that use avoir for their passé composé, so your conjugated avoir. And then again, because they're regular ER verbs, their past participle ends in that accented E. So, préférer, remember, in the boot, the second accent changes direction. Still takes its regular ER endings, okay? The difference being that the accents change. So, F-E-R, and then we add an E. This accent stays the same. The other one, remember, flips around. To, we add our ES. First accent stays the same. Second one flips around. Il, L, ode. Again, it takes an E. First accent is as it is. Second one flips around. Remember, in the new form, the accents are as they are in the infinitive. So we get our ONS ending and our accents stay as they are in the infinitive. The same thing is true for vous. EZ ending, my accents stay as they are in my infinitive. For il or L pluriel, ENT ending and my second accent switches direction. Remember, préférer, espérer did this, and then acheter and amene, remember, got accent marks. So again, past tense for this is our conjugated form of avoir plus our past participle, which is with that accented E, and here the accents stay as they are in the infinitive. So, again, s'il vous plaît, répétez. Aimer, aimer, préférer, préférer, détester, détester, adorer, adorer. Alice aime le poulet. Philippe préfère le roast beef. Paul déteste le poisson. So, that means we have lots of new vocabulary here about food items. So we have les plats, which are dishes, and we see the M behind it, which tells us it's a masculine word. And then we have pour le déjeuner et le dîner. So these are foods that you could eat for lunch or dinner. And we have les hors d'oeuvres, which again they have the M behind to tell us it's masculine, and these are appetizers. So we have le jambon and le saucisson and la soupe. Okay, then we have le poisson, which is fish, la sole and le thon, which is tuna. And then la viande, which is meat, le poulet, le veau, and le roast beef. So, s'il vous plaît, répétez les plats, les hors d'oeuvres, les hors d'oeuvres, le jambon, le saucisson, le saucisson, la soupe, le poisson, la sole, le thon, la viande, le poulet, le veau, le roast beef, And then we have some foods for breakfast, pour le petit déjeuner. We have le pain, which is bread, la confiture, which is jam, les céréales, which we see the F behind to tell us it's feminine, un œuf, which is an egg, and le beurre, okay, which is butter. S'il vous plaît, répétez le pain, la confiture, les céréales, un œuf, le beurre. And then we have les autres plats, other dishes. We have les spaghetti, which the M tells us is masculine. Les frites, which has an F behind it to tell us it's feminine. It is French fries. And le riz, which is rice. S'il vous plaît, répétez les autres plats, les spaghetti, les frites, le riz. We have les ingrédients, which again, we see the M behind it tells us is masculine. We have le sucre, la mayonnaise, le ketchup, and le sel. S'il vous plaît, répétez les ingrédients. Les ingrédients. Le sucre. Le sucre. La mayonnaise. La mayonnaise. Le ketchup. Le ketchup. Le sel. Le sel. We have la salade et le fromage, so salad and cheese. S'il vous plaît, répétez we have le fromage, which is cheese, la salade, which is lettuce, and le yogurt, which is yogurt. S'il vous plaît, répétez le fromage, le fromage, la salade, la salade, le yogurt, le yogurt. Then we have desserts, le dessert. We have la glace, which is ice cream, le gâteau, which is cake, and la tarte, which is pie. S'il vous plaît, répétez le dessert, la glace, la glace, le gâteau, le gâteau, la tarte, la tarte. And then we have les boissons, and again they show us that boisson is feminine with une boisson. We have le lait, which is milk, l'eau, which is water, and we see the F to tell us that water is feminine, l'eau minérale, mineral water, le jus d'orange, le jus de pomme, and le thé glacé. S'il vous plaît, répétez les boissons, une boisson, le lait, l'eau, l'eau minérale, le jus d'orange, le jus de pomme, le thé glacé, So, taking a look then at an exercise to practice this new vocabulary. Exercice 4, vous aimez ça. Dis si oui ou non, vous aimez les choses suivantes. So, do you like that? Say if yes or no, you like the following things. So, you see kind of several choices, right? J'aime, which would mean I like. J'aime beaucoup, I like a lot. Je n'aime pas, I don't like. And je déteste, I hate. Now, because again, these are all these verbs, you're always going to use the definite articles. In your sentences. So remember, we have a masculine, a feminine, a singular, and a plural definite article. The masculine singular is le, the feminine singular is la, and the plurals are les. And remember, le and la both become L apostrophe before a vowel or a silent H. S'il vous plaît, répétez j'aime, j'aime beaucoup, je n'aime pas, je déteste. So, rather than saying it all 4 different ways, I'll give you a chance to say how you feel about it, and then I'm going to answer for how I feel about those items. So, our example is the picture of cheese. Okay. So, for me, Or I'll give you a chance to say which one how you feel about le fromage. J'aime beaucoup le fromage. All right. Numéro 1. Le poulet. J'aime beaucoup le poulet. 2. Les frites. J'aime les frites. 3. L'eau minérale. Je n'aime pas l'eau minérale. Numéro 4. Les œufs. Je n'aime pas les œufs. 5. Le yagourt. Yogurt. Le yagourt. J'aime le lago. 6. Les spaghettis. Je n'aime pas les spaghettis. Numéro 7. Le jambon. J'aime le jambon. 8. Le thon. Tuna. Je déteste le thon. 9. Le gâteau. J'aime beaucoup le gâteau. 10. Le thé glacé. Je déteste le thé glacé. 11. Le poisson. Fish. Je déteste le poisson. 12. Le riz. Je n'aime pas le riz. 13. Les céréales. Je n'aime pas les céréales. 14. Le roast beef. J'aime le roast beef. Exercice 7. Dans le réfrigérateur ou sur la table. Choisissez un produit et demandez à vos camarades où est le produit. Ils vont dire si le produit est dans le réfrigérateur ou sur la table. Okay? So, in the refrigerator or on the table. Choose a product and ask your classmates where the product is. They are going to say if the product is in the refrigerator or on the table. So look at our example. We have où est la confiture, right? La confiture is the jam. And we see the picture of the jam is right here, okay, on the table. So we would say elle est sur la table. Now, why did that one start elle? Remember, because we have la. Our answer is going to start with LA. If we have a le, our answer is going to start with il est. And if we have a les, then our answer is going to start il sont. Okay, so I'm going to ask where the item is, and you're going to get to say where it is. So we have où sont les œufs? Ils sont dans le réfrigérateur. Où est le yagourt? Il est dans le réfrigérateur. Où est le beurre? Il est dans le réfrigérateur. Où est le lait? Il est dans le réfrigérateur. Où est le jambon? Il est dans le réfrigérateur. Où est la mayonnaise? Elle est dans le réfrigérateur. Où est le gâteau? Il est dans le réfrigérateur. Où est le poulet? Il est sur la table. Où est l'eau minérale? Elle est sur la table. Où sont les céréales? Elles sont sur la table. That one starts L because les céréales is feminine. Où est le sel? Il est sur la table. Où est le riz? Il est sur la table. Où est le pain? Il est sur la table. Où est le ketchup? Il est sur la table. Où est la confiture? Elle est sur la table. So that brings us to your homework, which is on page 368, exercise 4, and page 369, exercise 7. These are the two activities we did out loud. So for exercise 4, again, you're going to write your whole sentence. Remember, your sentences are going to start one of these 4 ways. So if you like it, you can just start it with j'aime. If you like it a lot, j'aime beaucoup. If you don't like it, je n'aime pas. And if you hate it, je déteste. Remember, you're always going to use your definite articles here. So you're always going to use a le, a la, a les, or an L apostrophe. So again, for example, for chicken, I like chicken. So for number 1, I would write j'aime beaucoup le poulet. So you're going to write out those sentences for yourself for those 14 items. All right, for exercise 7, again, you're supposed to choose the products. I do want you here to write both the question and the answer. Okay. They aren't numbered, so what I'm going to say here is I'd like you to do 4 items from the fridge, asking where it is and answering it, and then 4 items from the table. So you are only going to do 8 of these total. Okay, so you're going to write 4 items. Actually, I'm going to change that. Let's not do 4. Seems like a lot, especially because you just did 14. So let's do 3 each. So 3 items from the fridge. You get to pick what 3 items. You'll ask the question and then give the answer. So for example, if I was going to do butter, I would write où est le beurre, and then il est dans le réfrigérateur. Okay, so you're going to write out the question and the answer for 3 of the items from the fridge and then 3 of the items from the table. Au revoir. À demain.